Hi Jerry, hope you're having a good day today. This is your video lesson. If you have, like usual, if you have any questions or want me to look at anything, feel free to shoot a video over and I'll be more than happy to answer. So cool, so 4 things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list. And like I said, if you have questions, let me know. So first thing is kind of building off, you want to take a trip down the Pink Floyd rabbit hole and do any color you like. C major works great over top of that tune, but a couple other scales will work over it just as well too. And the one that David Gilmour is using in the solo primarily is the D Dorian pentatonic scale. Whether he knows it or not, or if he likes the sound of it, you find players like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix use it all the time. So it's one that you'll get some mileage out of. I usually don't do my Dorian talk until you've done, until you got all the 5 boxes of C major down, and then the 3-note per string sequence, 3-note per string scales, that is. And then I'll start talking about modal harmony. But for this one right here, we can take a side trip. It's not like a crazy advanced thing to do. What we're going to do is think of it as a altered D minor pentatonic scale. So the D minor pentatonic scale that we both know and love, which is box 1. Right? I didn't do anything funny there. That was the same box 1 minor pentatonic scale that we've always been playing. And what we're going to do is we're going to alter one of the notes down a half steps. We're going to turn the C in the scale into a B natural, or a B note. So, like I said before, this is the way to play it, right? Right, so we have that is the D minor pentatonic scale, and what we're going to do, we're going to alter that, so 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, right? So instead of doing 10, 12 on that 4th string right there, we're going to do 9, 12. It's going to sound like this. Going to continue on as usual, 10, 12. Instead of doing 10, 13 like you would normally do, you're going to do 10, 12 there. So whenever I teach a new scale to a student, I make sure to associate it, unless it's a brand new topic like 3-note per strings or cage or something like, or no, cage I do the same thing. But if I get into like a brand new scale like 3-note per string, then we run a new shape. But I always try to associate the new scale with a previous scale that you already know. That way, you're not learning it from scratch. You're just literally using something that you already know and you alter one thing of it slightly to get something new out of it. One more time, 10, 13, 10, 12, 9, 12, 10, 12. Instead of 10, 13, you're gonna do 10, 12 here. And then, it's like very similar to the pentatonic sound, but it's ever so slightly, it's like a sadder kind of scale to me. Right? All the same rules apply. You can do your 3-note per string sequences, you can do string skips, you can figure out the D Dorian pentatonic scale and other positions by doing the same procedure of altering the C's and the D minor pentatonic scale down to a B. You don't need to do that for today. That's like if you have some like spare time or something, we can do that later. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, da, da. Right? And if I put the chords of any color you like into the looper, do this. What was it again? Right? So you can jam over top of it with that D Dorian pentatonic scale. Like I said, we'll talk about what Dorian means later. Just know that that's just the name of the scale, and we've altered one of the notes of the D minor pentatonic down 1 fret from a C to a B. Sounds like someone's not happy. See here. So for the next one right here, so you can try that over top of any color you like. You can still do the C major scale over top of any color you like, so that will still work over top of any color. So now you just have something extra to play over top of that. And then number 2 is you're gonna play D Dorian pentatonic as double stops and triple stops. What that looks like is this. I've tabbed it out for you, all the samples that you could do. So taking the scale, right, you can play that as double stops, right? So we have the 10, 12 here, so you're going, right, 10, 10, and then sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's what David Gilmour is doing a lot in his solos. So to prep ourselves for that solo, we should be practicing this technique because that's what he's doing. Right? And then 10, 10 on the first and second string, and then 13. So this one I switch back to D minor pentatonic, and he does that in the solo too. So he kind of like flips back and forth depending on where he is in the solo. He'll go either the 13 or 12 on the second string, but favoring the 12. But he does in the solo do more than several times going to the 13. So one more time, 10, 12 on the second and third string. The Dorian kind of thing he does right here. And then you can do triple stops. This one's also the D minor pentatonic. Right? So he does that a lot in that song. So it'd be good for us to practice that before we get to like the song proper, which we'll do next lesson. And if I put that over the top of the looper, over the top of the track, now, why does that work over top of the chord changes? That I'll leave to you right now. We'll answer that question next time because I'll leave you a little breadcrumbs to figure that out. Right? Going back to C major. And what I'd like you to do with that C major scale, box 1 G form, is I would like you to use the magic triangle to find all the D's in there. Right? So use that magic triangle, or you can do the one over here. Right? I want you to target the note D when you're soloing over top of it. So once again, like this. There's one. Kind of revolving around that note. Or this one here. That was kind of low, but I guess you can make it work. Target those notes D there, and then over top of the track, you can do. So you can find all those notes D in your magic triangles on the fretboard and do it against the track right there. All right, and then the last thing I want you to do is, since we're starting to get into the major scales, we're starting to see 3 fingers on the string. We want to start doing the primers for more advanced fingering, where we start doing some stretches. So basically, there's 3 ways you can finger notes on the string using three note per strings. Is that you'll either have 3 examples here: 5, 7, 8. Right, that's one way. Right, using first, third, and fourth finger. 5, 7, 8 And another thing here too, drop the thumb, make sure the hand's in horizontal position right here. You don't want to be turned this way. Horizontal hand, 5, 7, 8. And the other way you can do is 5, 6, 8. So those are two permutations of the fingerings that you can have with 3-note strings. 5, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8. Those are your two options for that. And then lastly, the most important one to practice is the little stretchy chord. And we're gonna see these a lot in our cage chords, cage scales. So we make sure we practice this one. What it's gonna be is 5, 7, 9. So I'm stretching 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm stretching 5 frets wide. Notice when I did that, I dropped my thumb. Now it's just an exercise, it's not meant to sound good. But getting used to the hand changing orientation like that, because we will encounter scales where we'll do right, that kind of thing, and we want to get our hand used to being able to switch between those different patterns, right? So 5, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 7, 9. Notice in that one, like I said before, I dropped the thumb. 5, 7, 9. The reason why I'm using my second finger is because of the way the hand said it's easier to stretch right this way than it is. You try to move your hand. It's easier to stretch this way than it is this way. I can get further, right? So here I go. I'm going to try to go as far as I can, right? There we go. There that, and then here I feel I can get much further. So that's why I use finger 1, finger 2, and finger 4 for the wide stretches. So when you have stretches like these, that's why you'll see me playing with the first, second, and fourth finger, because this one would be harder to reach. If I did the same exercise, I can do it, but like it's not as comfortable as this right here, because I get a wider stretch between 1 and 2 than I can between 3 and 4. Cool. Work on those 4 things for me. If you have any questions or want me to look at anything, as usual, send them on over. We'll love to see some improv from any color you like, and I'll see you same time next time. Take care.